Welcome to TLDR. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about the creative well and how community is really important. Um, you know, Joanna Penn, in almost, it feels like every other episode, she's reminding us all to keep our creative well full. And this week, Stephen Pressfield wrote a huge um, article all about different times that he has had burnout. And keeping your creative well full is really the only good way of keeping yourself from getting burnout. It's the only I guess prevention method you can use. And I think the best way to do that, and I think a bunch of other people would agree, is to really engage with your environment and your community. So your surroundings are important, not just your physical surroundings, but your people surroundings. Um, you can you can learn a lot, and you can be inspired by the things that other people do, and you can be pushed to do things that you wouldn't necessarily be comfortable trying, that are going to be good learning experiences for you when you have a solid community around you. And the same is, I went on a road trip. I guess it was a year and a half ago. I can't count. It was a year and a half ago. Um, and my dad and I were driving through the Southwest around the same region of where the Grand Canyon is. We didn't actually go to the Grand Canyon, but we went to Canyon de Chelly and some of the surrounding canyons, and we were driving through from New Mexico to Las Vegas and then up through Yosemite to the San Francisco Bay Area. And driving through the Southwest and seeing those canyons really inspired me, and I realized that was the missing piece to a series that I had been trying to work on. I had been missing the part of that world that was geographically similar to the Grand Canyon. um, and at the same time, seeing how different cultures are in different places is important. Um, and so it's important to try and travel so that you can meet those people who are going to become your community, because once you've met them, whether you've met them online or in person, you want to continue that relationship in the other aspect, right? If you meet someone in person, you want to continue the relationship online. If you meet them online, you want to at some point meet them in person, because it strengthens that relationship to have that personal connection of hanging out in real life in person. Um, and I've met so many wonderful people online and in person that are authors, that are indie authors, um, and I wouldn't be where I am today if it hadn't been for meeting those people in all of those various ways. Um, and Johnny from Sterling and Stone, a self-publishing podcast, he mentioned in the Almanac, the Authorpreneur's Almanac, that he's moving finally to Texas, and a big major reason for him for making that move is community and the energy that you get when you're with people who do the stuff that you do. Um, so that's the tip number one of the week. Make sure that you have a community, whether it's online or in person, that can support you and encourage you and celebrate with you. Um, so to keep yourself inspired, to keep yourself energized, um, so that you don't burn out. Nobody wants to burn out. I don't want you to burn out. And if you're feeling all alone, join the writers community and say hi. Um, you know, it's that's what it's there for. So don't feel alone. You're not alone. You might be physically alone, but you are not going through what you're going through alone. You don't have to be isolated. So That's it for today. I will be back next